So when you're talking about definition of sustainability, the most important definition and most widely accepted definition among the researchers are this is the definition. Sustainable development is development that meets the need of the present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own need. This is a Bhutan report. It is part of the Bhutan report 1987. Our common feature is the book of that report name. What it means is that sustainable development, it is development. It's development that meets the need of the present. So we should meet our own need with resources. And we should not compromise the need. So our next generation should be or must have the resources which they need for their livelihood. And this is possible when we have responsible usage. So that's why reason we'll learn about later on that 6 R's, recycle, reuse, remanufacture, all these things are coming. Eco-design policies, eco-design standards, sustainability, sustainable manufacturing, sustainable design, all these are supposed to help both designers and users to live a better life, design products, use products which are more sustainable. So what are the measures of sustainability? There are 3 important measures of sustainability: social, environmental and economic. Environmental, by this time we already understood that it is very important to make products which are sustainable with respect to the environment. Environment pollution should be as low as possible. Emission should be as low as possible, so environment is going to not get affected badly. So people should be able to be happily use this product. They should be able to have a social impact on the society, the product or the process. There are multiple measures, of course. These are the major things which is coming in our mind. Third thing, economic. There are again multiple approaches, but the product should be able to make the company, the product, when the company is making product, they should be able to make it profitably. This is also called triple bottom line approach. It is called 3 pillars of sustainability: environment, social and economic. So planet, it is also called 3 P's: planet, that is environment, people, social and profit, economic. So what are the initiatives? There are so many initiatives possible. People have companies, governments, international organizations, even individual people, they have understood the importance of sustainability, importance of eco-design, importance of reduction of emission. Kyoto Protocol, many of you have heard, something like 2003 or 2004, government, multiple government organizations, multiple governments came together and they have taken decision that they are going to reduce the emission from this to this 5%, 10% over multiple years. Many other countries also joined in later on, and this has become a very big G summit. Then global summits has taken place. There are so many discussions, high-level discussions. All these are mainly to take and make some kind of policies which the countries can adhere to. And these policies are going to come from the countries to the individual companies, right? So from there came carbon trading and carbon cap concept. Carbon trading means, now we have to understand why this is required, is that when you have this emission need to be reduced. So take for example 2 companies are there. One company, they have reduced their emission by something like 20%. So when you have to reduce the emission in terms of manufacturing, especially manufacturing or design, especially in manufacturing, so we have to put effort, we have to make use of software tools, people who are expert in emission reduction, change the process, change the material, and what are these things which you are doing, everything, I mean, whatever we do, it requires some kind of resources, time and money. So some companies are very keen to reduce, they have reduced. Some companies, they have reduced more, much more reduction they did than what is expected by them. So the extra emission reduction, extra carbon, they have is carbon credit, it is called. This credit they can sell to other companies from the open market. There are certain companies who are not able to put their effort, or they're not interested to put their effort in reduction of emission. So they can buy this credit from other company, and they can show that I have purchased this credit from this company and I have reduced the emission totally in calculation. But thing is that we should understand this is not a good idea, because each and every company is supposed to reduce their emission. This carbon trading is a good idea, good concept on paper, in terms of paper, but actually reduction is required more than whatever is required to be done. So the good thing is that these things on a calculation basis it is good, but we should also see that what can be done beyond that. Individual carbon company initiative. Subsidiary of being green. There are organizations who are making products which are green products. There are also countries, especially in India, they are, if you take for example, if you use or if you purchase solar based systems, then there are some taxation benefits there, reduction in prices are there, incentives are there from the government, and several other initiatives apart from solar also. So government is trying to support initiatives which are eco-friendly. Apart from this, implementation sustainability standards. So many of you know about ISO 9000 standard. ISO 9000 is a quality standard. ISO 14000 is a sustainability related standard, environmental standard. So environmental emission, environmental substance standard, this is going to provide guidelines to us, companies, that you can do these things, or you follow this guideline and you are supposed to reduce the emission by this amount. You can also have some kind of measurement of this and find out how much reduction has taken place. Implementation of directives that restricts use of harmful substances like REACH, RoHS. REACH is standard for chemicals. RoHS, restriction of hazardous substances. So these chemicals are especially found in electronic products. So some of the harmful chemicals are cadmium, other chemicals. There some, initially it was 6 chemicals, and now it is 12 and more chemicals as metals has been added. So why this is required? So take for example electronic products. While manufacturing these products, some of the chemicals are being used in manufacturing. People are going to happily use it. After you say it's not working, they will going to throw it out. It's going to go to landfill. From landfill, some other things, some of the chemicals is going to slowly seepage. Slowly they are going to add to the water table. From there again, it is going to come to the human health, So these are something which is really, really worrisome. So these standards tell ideally these chemicals should not be used, but sometimes not possible because of manufacturing limitations. So the standards tell that you can use these chemicals, but till this amount, per kg or per million ppm, some measurement is there depending upon the measurement. So these standards which are restricting this usage of these chemicals are there in place by various government organizations. So if you want to sell any product, any electronic product to the European market, you have to follow, or your product has to be certified as RoHS certification, REACH certification or V certification. otherwise you cannot sell. This was the rule few years back. However, now the same rule is applied to India. Same rule is applied to many other countries, along with, of course, European and US. So these are some of the standards which are very important for making us aware that the companies has to adhere to the standard. Government organizations of multiple countries are really eager to make and enable people to use products which are sustainable and environmental friendly. V is another one, waste, electrical and electronic disposal. The company is supposed to take care of the waste electrical disposal. How to do it? So they have to take this initiative, they have to have the standard, a way to take back some of the products, and then it has to be certified. Reporting initiative, GRI, is very important. Global Reporting Initiative. So this is the initiative which is a standard way of representing how much emissions is there, what are things you have done, and what are things can be done to reduce it. And this is the report which need to be generated by most of the bigger companies, and then it has to be expressed, and this reporting initiative is going to help companies to understand where the emissions are taking place, and then take some steps and actions to reduce this emission as low as possible, and then standards are there in place also. So from the corporate and the industry initiative, Ecodesign Principles, we will learn a little bit of that also. The designing eco-friendly products which are good for the environment. There are some principles also on that. Designing product for reuse. Reuse means when you take, for example, chair, one portion of the chair is broken, wooden portion, you repair it, so that you can repair. You can use the chair again for same purpose, for another purpose, reuse. Remanufacture is, take for example, one product is there, some portion of the product got damaged, you change the portion of the product and then reuse the product. Many of the engines are being reused for this. So this is, imagine the bigger engines, what they do? They reuse it after repairing, changing some of the components. Recycle. When this reuse is not possible, remanufacturing not possible, recycle. Please understand, recycle is required, but reuse and remanufacture is more important than recycle. Because recycle, what is happening is we are taking the product and breaking into small parts. We are extracting the materials, extracting the different kind of materials, and then making a new product. It is going to use lots and lots of energy. Anyway, this is much better than throwing in the dustbin and throwing in the landfill, right? So this is something which is important for designers and a company also. Individual initiative, saving energy in houses, travel, in office, recycled products. So when next time you try to make yourself eco-friendly, see that you reduce your emission by reducing the amount of energy usage in terms of traveling, unnecessary traveling, putting lights on, putting fan on, multiple ACs, unnecessary spending time, unnecessary changing mobile every now and then. Some people are having so many dresses they don't need. Don't recycle products and waste products that people are creating. They are having rooms under the house, inside the house, which is full of products which they don't use. What is this? So now you must think that, okay, I can change it, I can reduce it myself. Well, what is the use? These companies are creating lot many emissions. You see the chimneys of this company, huge amount of emissions. Why I should be worried about my style? But what you should understand, the small things effort is going to have a bigger impact on the society. So if all of us, personally, if we are environmental friendly, then while we are doing working also will be more environmental friendly. Our working style will change and we can become more and more environmental friendly. The design for sustainability is important. We are going to come to this conclusion now. We have to design products which are sustainable, otherwise there is no other way. We have to product sustainable. We have to make use of the sustainability. We have to plant trees. All these things we need to do. We have to reduce emissions. We have to reduce energy usage. So when you talk about resources, please understand materials are recyclable, but they cannot be made. So please don't waste materials. All the metals, plastic, most of them are recyclable. But they are not, you cannot create them, especially metals. So widely use it and ensure that all of them are reused or recycled. Energy, there are two kinds of energy. One is renewable energy and non-renewable energy. Renewable energy basically solar energy from the sun, tidal energy from the sea, geothermal from the ground, hydro power, water, biomass from natural resource, wind power, alcohol from corn, bio-oil, human and animal power, some chemical energy. All this is renewable energy. We should try to use renewable energy as much as possible. Additionally, this is extremely important. We should also try to reduce the amount of energy required for this. Non-renewable energy is a fossil fuel, that you already know. Gasoline, coal, natural gas, diesel, radioactive fuels, all these are non-renewable energy. Try to reduce it as much as possible. So now we are coming to product design. Especially in product design, how sustainability is going to play an important role. The first thing is identifying customer need, and developing product specification, then conceptual design, which you already learned, analyzing of need, concept generation, concept evaluation, concept selection, prototype testing. So these are part of conceptual design. In detailed design, we have this product detailing, engine design, CAD/CAM, product simulation, many other engineering drawings. So in detailed designing, we design for X. So design for DF is, so design for sustainability. Generally we do. So what we do, we basically take a product, analyze it, the design which we have done, life cycle assessment we do. And once we have life cycle assessment, we try to reduce it. But then we are doing all this thing in detailed design. Detailed design is where we already have the engineering drawing, design is already fixed. So changing is expensive. Many people don't want to change sometime. So when we need to make products which are sustainable or environmental friendly, please understand that working in detailed design is not a very good idea. So researchers have worked on, and we are also working, many researchers are working now to focus on making products environmental friendly during the conceptual design stage itself. And that is very important, because conceptual design is where we have a lot of opportunity to change. So why not focus there, make it more sustainable during that phase. So now design for sustainability towards eco-design. So product can be considered as the embodiment of environment harm caused by product consumption and disposal. done by researchers. It is estimated that 70% product environmental cost is locked in design stage that we have already know. So, as we are telling that conceptual design, sustainability in conceptual design is something which is very important. So, when we have these key principles of sustainable design for eco-friendliness, sustainability. So, one is this efficient design, keep the material and resources minimum to a minimum, do more with less. So, product efficiency is important. So, nowadays if you see the car 20 years back or now car engine is much more efficient. We try to use the car which is having better mileage, better efficient system. Reduce the material for usage. Cyclic design, design for enabling this continuous cycle. You take this material and try to design that after use, what is going to happen? We want to take back the material and use it in another material. So this is cyclic design. That is we need to achieve. Safe design, avoid toxic, that's what the standard is all about. Toxic, hazardous substances, keep out, do not use in the product. Human health is very important. And ecological health is very also important. Communication design. So ensure that product and packaging related communications are informative and accurate. Packaging is actually, nowadays all the products which you buy will comes with packaging. Do you really think packaging things are environment friendly? So much of packaging waste we create. So what can we do for that? There are so many things can be done, right? So sustainable products and individual products may look harmless enough, but environmental change, the damage it does is cause happen elsewhere. This is many products are there which are having issues. Sometimes out of the sight. So emissions which are not caused in front of us, we feel that, oh, these emissions are not there. But that's not the case. Emissions are there. So let us go through some of the examples. It has been found about 30 tons of waste has been produced for every 1 ton of product that reaches in the customer, and 98% of the products are thrown away within 6 months. Just think, is it true or not? You see so much of waste is being created. Harpic we use. Do you know what is going to happen with Harpic? You flush it, bottle throw it. So what is happening? So much of waste we are creating for each and every product we use. Toothpaste, same thing. Carbonated water, same thing. Packaged material, we especially go to the market, plastic cover which they use, that is the same thing. We are creating product, we are creating waste and waste. So similarly, apart from this, these are common products. There are so many other products which we use every day, and most of these products are packaging of the, especially the packaging of the product is going waste. Next is the computer. About a quarter of the computer is plastic, and most of the casing, it is a candy colored transparent plastic, polycarbonate. The same stuff the CDs are made of. It is made of phosphane, which is used as a poisonous gas in the First World War. Bisphenol A and endocrines. So these are chemicals which are often used while making the computer. So we have to be very careful that we use the product wisely. Gold in the circuit board. Did you imagine how much emission is created while extracting the gold? Gold is not, you like extract. There are a lot of rocks will be there when they are in the extraction process. You will separate those, refine it, and then gold comes. The gold extraction environmental effect is really, really high. So 9 ton of waste every 1 ounce of waste. So little bit of waste in Brazil, if you're going to use, so much of tons of waste is being created in the waste in the gold extraction. Something really to worry about. T-shirt, most of us use it, right? The manufacturing of T-shirt requires use of 150 grams of chemical fertilizer and pesticides. And apart from that, the cotton, which we use, 25% of the world insecticide use done is cotton. So where we are going? So much emission, so much pollution. And we use a T-shirt for a few years, and if you little bit of change in color, we throw it out. So is this the right thing we are doing? Some people have so many dresses, multiple of them. Is it equally required? Apart from that, workers, we don't think about them. They are people who are working day and night in these companies who are manufacturing these products. Their health issues also is something which is important. They have health issues also because of these emissions in the local, within the company. Desk lamp, many of you are used. So there are two kinds of product. One is active product, one is passive products. Active product is one of the active products where it uses energy during the life of the usage also. Passive products which is only during manufacturing but not during usage. So take for example pen. Pen is a passive product. While manufacturing the pen, there are a lot of emissions that happen, but while using there is no emission. I mean, it doesn't use active energy. But lamp, a table lamp, it is not like that. So a typical table lamp which uses 1000 kilowatt of energy during this 10 years life, this would require about half a ton of coal to be burnt at the power station. Or most of the countries a more complex mix of fuels such as oil, natural gas and uranium ore. So much of resources are getting used up slowly by these products. So what is the take home? Take home is sustainable development is development the needs of the present without compromising the ability of the future generation to meet their own need. This is the definition of the Brundtland report, and this is the definition generally followed by a lot of researchers in the area of sustainability, and people are doing a lot of research in this area, and this is the definition which we should try to keep in mind when we are talking about sustainability. Triple bottom line approach is called 3 pillars of sustainability. Planet. So the product should be good for the planet, that is environment, people, social, profit, economical. So we are not sustainable and hence we need to take steps to be sustainable. That is a very important thing to understand. Carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, CFCs are the major greenhouse gases. And we should try to see that we reduce it. And adding sustainability in the eco-design or design process will help us to design products which are more sustainable. Thank you.